Um, I used to like things change. I mean, when I was younger, I used to prefer hot weather, and also my favorite color was blue. And now my favorite color, and it has been for the last, I don't know, 20 something years, my favorite color is brown, but I prefer cooler weather now. And also, I'm a lot more into reds. So it's kind of a switch. I became a red man. I used to be a jizza, and then I became a red man. And I think a jizza is kind of a blue thing in a way. Isn't jizza sort of blue? No, I guess not. I used to be a method man, now I'm a red man. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I like cooler weather now. That's just sort of me now. I'm a cooler weather kind of person. So that's something that happened. And what else? I went to Okay, I went to two stores today. I went to the regular supermarket, Ralph's. I made a joke about this already, but Ralph's is an interesting name to name a store, a place where you buy food. Because Ralph's, well, maybe they use the name Ralph's before it meant vomiting, but if they didn't, that was a bold move to use the name Ralph's to name a store. I'm gonna go. Hey, I'm going to Ralph's. It's sort of like saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the supermarket and buy some delicious foods. Or do you want anything? I'm not sure. Where are you going?" And the person goes, I think I'll pass. Or they'll go, actually, that sounds good. Pick me up some corn chunks, and some chicken chunks. I need some chicken cube. Let me get some cube chicken. Okay, so I was in Ralph's earlier, right? And I thought to myself, okay, let me just, you know me, right? You guys know me, right? You know how I oftentimes express my dissatisfaction with the fact that ketchup flavored potato chips are not available in the United States. They have them in Canada, they have them in England, but they don't. For some reason, they just don't think the U.S. market is going to go for ketchup flavored potato chips. I don't know why. They're really good. I love ketchup flavor. I mean, when I'm in Canada or in England, I get that stuff. I need to get that. So anyway, you know me, I like ketchup flavored potato chips. And I saw something in Ralph's today that caught my eye, but it's something that I don't know if it's a new thing, or I feel like maybe I did get it in the past because I thought, oh, hey, they're doing it. And then maybe I didn't like it, but I saw Doritos has a new, I don't know if it's a new flavor or maybe I hadn't seen it in a while and I forgot about it. It's tangy ketchup flavored Doritos. Now, this might have been an older flavor that was out in the past, but I forgot about it. But I kind of vaguely maybe remember I did get this. And the thing is did I freeze or break up or anything? Chicken J, am I all right?
There was a little, like a millisecond of lost time.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I need to leave. I'm gonna come back. All right, Chicken J, can you just hold over the fort?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, I'll be right back. I mean, no, just come in and hold over the fort, and then I'm gonna come in. I'll be back right back.
Oh cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Some say I talk too fast. Please listen and watch the screen.
1 dozen roses in vase, $35 value, only $17.95. Or roses, roses.
Roses, roses.
Roses, roses. Roses, roses. Roses, roses. The Easter basket, the bunny bunch.
Floral arrangements at savings to 50%.
Phone FLOWERS.
Discount funeral flowers, $150 rose blanket, $95. Other blankets from $60.
$75 cross for bleeding heart, $50. $60 spray, $35. Dove arrangement, only $75.
$30 hospital and other arrangements, $24.
Now read my lips.
Those are hard lips to read, actually, because it wasn't the lips that were moving, it was the teeth.
Read those teeth.
Read my teeth. Read my teeth. Can you read that? I kept on whispering on accident, but let me try to say something. Just a little peek at some Halloween action there. Okay. So, potato chips, ketchup flavor, that's good. That's good right there. But corn chips, ketchup flavored, and with all the kind of junk that they put in Doritos, it sounds, I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? And so I think I got it once, to be honest, and I thought, this doesn't work. This don't work right. They might have released that flavor in the past, and then I forgot about it a long time ago, years ago, and then they brought it back. But I just don't think the thickness of the corn chip is going to work with a ketchup flavor, you know? It's too corny, you know? And I love corn taste. I love a corn taste, but I just think that's not going to work with ketchup because I don't really eat corn with ketchup. Potato with ketchup, that's more of a combo that works. So, yeah, at first I got excited. I saw it. I said, ketchup. And then I thought, Pasadena. And then I went to Trader Joe's. And by the way, can we just get some ketchup potato chips? Lay's. And Lay's is my favorite brand of salt and vinegar potato chips because they just do it right. You know, Lay's is just right. The ingredients are perfect. And I love the thinness of the chip. Lay's salt and vinegar chips, the best ones, better than all those fancier brands like Miss Vicky's or whatever, because of the thinness of the chip. It's like eating potato glass. And anyway, I went to, so just bring them. Lay's, it's so easy for Lay's to just do this. Lay's, just get a ketchup flavor, just do it just like they do McVitie's or whatever it's called, McVitie's. You know, it's just easy. All right, now, Trader Joe's. I saw something there. I was in line getting ready to check out, you know, and I saw this impulse buy right there. I mean, I saw this bag of something and I thought, I got to try it. They were these, you know, it's been told before that Trader Joe's is a candy store for adults. Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, I agree with that. I saw this bag of these root beer. What was it? It was kind of I don't know, some sort of root beer float. It was a root beer float kind of thing. It's a sweet. It was a root beer float sweet. So I don't know. There's something kind of maybe like a creamy sandwich cookie thing. Sandwich cookie. There's some kind of sandwich cookie thing. Claire filling. There's a Claire Huxtable filling. Rudy sandwich with a Theo coating. The cookies. So some sort of cat sandwich cookie thing. And it has I guess there's Pop Rocks in there, or I don't know. There's light Pop Rocks in there. And you ready, Laura? And there's light Pop Rocks, but it has a root beer coating to it, I guess. and it's meant to taste like a root beer float. And I thought, I gotta have it. Look, I haven't had soda as a teenager, but I love root beer. I love root beer. You know, I like the popsicles, root beer flavored popsicles.
Brent, your audio is coming in a little rough.
Me? Oh, is that right? Damn.
I would have to.
I'm gonna plug and I'm gonna unplug and plug. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll be back.
Yo.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. We're just talking.
Sorry for the delay. What are you talking?
Talking Trader Joe's. You got a new snack.
A new snack?
Yeah, I
Oh, what is it?
revealed what it was yet.
Oh, he didn't reveal it? But he said there was like Pop Rocks in it
Yeah.
at Trader Joe's.
Yeah. It's a root beer sweet.
Oh, root beer sweet?
Sweet.
What is it like? So you didn't say what it was?
Well, I forgot what they're titled as, but they're a root beer. Here, I'll look it up right now real quick. It's a root beer. It looks like a chocolate thing, but it's actually a root beer thing.
Sounds weird. Is it like for 4th of July or something?
No, they're called root beer float pieces is what they're called.
Oh.
And it says this. This is the description. Look, I did just try it, you know, and
It's not that good.
well, I mean, it was cool. I mean, I don't know. It says this. Living in the modern era can be complicated. It's hard being a man trying to make it in the big city these days. That's what it says.
Wow.
On one hand, we face questions about technology, AI. What does it say here? It says, people are riding in Waymos when we just want to drive our own. It says we like our Toyota Camrys from 1985.
It does not say
that. Why
that.
do we need that? Ethics and society that previous generations could never have imagined, not even the Incas or the Egyptians, it says, or the Zulus.
Right.
That's what it says.
It does not. Oh, they're cookie pieces.
On the other hand, modernity does occasionally produce snacks, slaps, and thighs and sweets that previous generations, including Star Trek: The Next Generation, could never have imagined as well. Take Trader Joe's root beer float cookie pieces for instance. It says it in a Cosby accent there. It says cookie pieces for instance. This marvel of the modern age, not new age, takes the experience of enjoying a sweet and creamy root beer float and distills it into a confection-coated Theo sandwich cookie, complete with poppin'. It says complete with poppin' candy to simulate the feeling of carbonation. Rule the nation.
Combination masturbation.
That says that. Fun, flavorful, and even a little fizzy. Each root beer float cookie piece starts with Claire, with a vanilla sandwich cookie, Claire Huxtable filled with poppin' candy imbued vanilla creme, which our supplier enrobes in a toothsome, remarkably root beer reminiscent candy coating. They make excellent sweet treats on their own. If you want to get a little postmodern, get into some Derrida or get into some
Thoreau.
Baudrillard, that's what it says. If you want to get a little postmodern, Baudrillard, or even go Cronenberg, they also act as a maleficently meta topping when crumbled over a real root beer float. So, wow.
The word cookie is really throwing the whole thing off, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. Oh, I see.
It seem less than.
That's true, but I think that's more of the experience, I guess.
One doesn't want it to be a cookie. I want something new, something modern, something revolutionary. Which all of it sounded to be that, other than the word cookie just brings it down many notches, don't you think?
The cookie. Well, I do like that. It makes me think of Cosby's voice when I hear cookie. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because I feel Bill Cosby talks about the cookies, and he talks about Rudy and Claire and Theo and the cookies. And, I double Camille. The cookies. The cookies. That's a thing. That's a Cosby thing. Cookies.
It is? I thought it was more of a pudding. I mean, I thought pudding was more of a Cosby thing.
Well, but that too. He's into treats. He does cookies, pudding, Jello. All that stuff. But that's cookie. Look, I say cookie like this. That's how I say cookie. But if I'm going Cosby on it, I go cookie.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, anyway. I got it. All right. I ate it. I had 2 pieces of it. I think the sugar content was, I think it was 13 grams a serving, which means, and there were 4 pieces to a serving. So therefore,
Only 4?
What do you mean only 4?
You only get 4 pieces per serving?
Oh, you think that's rough? Do you remember the time when, do you know those other cookies that are, those other cookies that are at Trader Joe's that they're covered, they're peanut butter kind of covered. They're peanut butter covered cookie. Yeah, they're kind of covered. Yeah, peanut butter covered Oreo
like a peanut
type
butter covered JoJo?
Something like that. Yeah, they're actually they're good. But those are
2
guess
cookies.
one cookie per serving.
Cookie.
1 cookie.
Oh my God, that's an outrage.
It is it's crazy.
No, but those are probably a lot bigger than these guys, right?
These guys are.
These are like little tiny pieces of a cookie.
No, they're probably the size of maybe 3 of them equal 1 cookie.
Okay. Oh. So it's not a good deal at all.
You mean about sugar?
Well, I mean, as
no.
a serving.
No. Here's what it is.
As a serving size.
I honestly, I only needed to eat 2 of them. Okay, so I went 2, and this and that was you gave me 6. Yeah, that was basically 3 1/4 grams.
Mm-hmm.
3 1/4 grams per serving, per piece. That is, and so yeah, about 6.5 grams.
Uh-huh.
6.5 grams.
Gotcha.
Hey, did you hear about graham cracker? What's cracker? I mean, sorry. Hey, did you hear about that cracker? What's cracker? Graham cracker. Okay.
Oh my God, that
that
reminds me of something really funny.
What?
Just when I went to this, well, you know how we're trying to get in-home care for our mom. I don't know if that should be public or not, but
It's probably not. But okay.
well, I went to this orientation thing, and there was a presenter at it that was just very animated. You would have enjoyed her.
Oh yeah.
She was like, "Can I have your attention, please?" She's like, "Yes, I am bringing the energy up in here." She goes, "When your recipient has to change their diaper, do not call it a diaper. Nobody wants to be told as an adult that they're wearing a diaper." And I said, "What do you call it?" She goes, "Depends." I was like, does anybody not know what a depend actually is? Because I mean, that's not the best term either, in my opinion.
Right.
Besides that, depends
But
are
also
not
the way
only. That's not the only brand of adult protections.
But it's also funny because the way you made her sound like she said it, it didn't sound like she was even talking about the product depends. It
She
sounded like she was.
Oh, like
No, it sounded like she said. It said, "Well, what do you call it? Depends." As in,
No,
it depends on the situation or
It
something like
doesn't
that.
depend. No, she was saying call it depends. TM as they
I
say.
know. I'm just saying it sounded like the way you said it, that she said it
No,
as
I
if
hear
to
what you're
mean
saying.
it depends on the situation. You know.
No, I know what you're saying, but it's actually more absurd and ridiculous. She was saying, call them Depend. It's like, but what if it's not the brand Depends? What if it's Sleep Night or whatever they're called? Or, I don't know. There's different brands that I've seen lately. But anyway, it was just, oh my God. There were so many funny moments, and I kept thinking, I got to remember this. I got to talk about it on the Coop, I think. She was like, she walked up there. She's like, "Hello, people. Can I get a what's up?"
She said, "Can I get a what's
Something
up?"
like that. And then like a couple of people were like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh no." She's like, "Everybody, I need everybody to say what's up." And then like it was as if this is supposed to be some kind of entertaining. It's not an entertaining experience. It's you're going there to get information about how to, provide care for
The elderly.
the elderly. And but I did appreciate that she was trying to make it entertaining. But she's like, some of you may notice that I am bringing the energy up. I am. She's like, she goes, she's like, that is because I served as a military. She said she was like in the military. What did she say? She was like, I was.
I served in ROTC.
She was like, I was a military provider or something like that.
A military
providing
provider.
care for the military. No, I don't know. I forgot what the word was that she used, but she's like,
Hold on a second, Laura.
something like that.
Sorry, I gotta go. Can you hold over
What?
the fort?
Where are you going?
I gotta turn on the air conditioning, and I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I gotta
No,
go to the
you are
bathroom.
not. It was very similar to grandmother.
Yeah, write her name down. Yeah.
It was basically her incarnate.
All right, let me just go. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Put on the air conditioning.
All right,
I'll be right.
CJ, get your ass back here.
Here I am.
Oh, what's up? Talk to me.
Not much. I was going to bring up. You ever had the Trader Joe's? I guess they're like the s'mores clusters.
Anytime I see the word s'more, I'm just thinking pass.
Oh, you're not a s'more person.
I'm only into the marshmallow part and the chocolate, I guess, but the graham cracker really throws me off.
Oh wow.
Why, you like that shit?
I do. I like it.
Why? Why would you even want a graham cracker to ruin everything? You know what's a really good look? Take a marshmallow and stick a small piece of chocolate in it. And then roast it. Yeah, and envelop it, roast it, and then take a bite out of that. You won't be sorry. The graham cracker is not necessary. It just gets in the way.
I mean, I agree. I don't like making s'mores. They're too messy.
Uh-huh.
But I like these clusters. It's all contained in the chocolate.
Wait, so the cluster is sort of a chocolate chunk?
It just kind of looks like a lump of it looks like a lump of shit, but it's tasty.
They should call them lumps. Trader Joe's lumps. And then in parentheses, of shit. Just kidding.
They have small lumps.
So the lump is a chocolate covered sort of graham cracker and marshmallow?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's all like in pieces.
Yeah. I'd have to say pass on that, you know what I mean?
They
No
make-
offense.
They make a various these clusters, they call them. I think it's all just like
Right,
leftover
clusters
stuff.
and stuff. Oh
They
yeah,
have the
like
snacky clusters. It's
right, or they
corn
call it
chips
like
and-
what do they call it? Some kind of like some kind of I forget what they
What
there's
happened?
a word they use for that.
What you talking about?
We're talking
These
clusters.
clumps and crap from Trader
What do you mean
Joe's.
clumps? Oh, clumps. Oh yeah, yeah.
Clumps
Oh yeah,
and
I
clumps.
saw the clump that had strawberry in it and stuff. It was a kind of a clumpy thing with strawberry. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen the strawberry one. They're going hard on the clusters though. They're putting everything.
Yeah, a lot of clusters. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's basically like a lazy way of saying this is a bunch of crap thrown together that we didn't want to organize. This is just some leftover shit from the factory. Probably.
I think it's called a brookie.
Brookie?
Brookie caramel.
It's
Candy-
some kind of mix, some kind of
Brookie.
I don't know. Oh, sorry, CJ. Guess you're out. See you later.
I'll be back later.
Okay.
Now let's take a look at what's going on here with this thing here. Brookie caramel. Let's just look at the brookie real quick. The brookie. Hold on a second here. As anyone who's tried the brookie from, look, I'm not going to get into the whole description, but it's basically a brownie plus a cookie I thought it had strawberry. I guess it's pink. I guess is all. I thought it was strawberry. All right. Anyway, all right.
It's like I hate
so-
all this cookie crap, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So go right. Okay. So
Unless it's an actual good cookie.
go to what you were talking about just now.
Grandmother.
Yeah, grandmother. Yeah, go back to
Well,
grandmother.
I mean, it was just there was so much, and yet I can't remember any of it.
Oh, really?
Other than what I told you. I mean, it was just there were so many things. It was so funny. She's like, I don't know. I can't. I basically told you the best parts, but
Okay,
she was
right.
just going off, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, now what do you do when your recipient is going to the bathroom and you are downstairs making lunch and you hear something happening upstairs that shouldn't be happening? What do? You stop making lunch and run upstairs? Or I don't know. She was just throwing out these scenarios. She's like, you're going to need to be prepared for the unexpected. She was seriously yelling every single thing.
So wait, did other
She's
people
like,
ask?
who knows what you're going to have to do? Yes, Brianna. She's like, call IHS. She's like, that is one thing you can do. What if IHS doesn't answer? Brianna. She's like, what's your name? She's like, Brianna. She's like, I like you. I'm taking notes.
She did that.
She did say something like that.
I like you taking notes.
She's like, I like you. She was taking notes on the fact that she was raising her hand a lot.
Uh-huh. Oh, got it. I'm taking notes.
Yes.
I like you.
But anyway, yeah, it was just, I guess I wish he could have been there. It was just every single thing she was saying, I was just just laughing internally so much. It was
Oh,
hilarious.
man, that's funny. Were you trying to hold it in?
I was trying to hold it in. I was also like second row, so she could see me because there was no one sitting in the front row in front of me.
Oh.
But I felt that she liked me to a degree.
Oh, really? Why? What did she say? By the way, Neil McLean, there isn't a Patreon for this show, the Chicken Coop, but there is this thing called, if you become a member, then we do special after show episodes on every episode, and there's a lot of stuff you get access to if you become a member. So we'll explain it later. Anyway, but yeah, thanks for your enthusiasm and all that. You know. So why do you think she liked you?
Well, I think that she appreciated. I do think it was hilarious when she's like, when she was talking about. She goes, now what do you do when you need to change your provider's diaper? Do not call them diapers. And when I said, and I raised my hand, I was like, well, what do you call them? She's like, depends. It's like,
the way you say that.
The way she went from being so militant to just, depends or something along the lines of that. Like, it's just, that's not better than calling it a diaper. But she seemed to appreciate the question, because she was like, well, it's a genuine question.
Did she say anything else?
What do you call it?
Did she say anything else to you?
Well, I felt that when I turned in my paperwork to her, she was like, thank you so much. She had a very approachable, gentle demeanor off stage.
Right.
But on stage, she was like, listen up! She was just very on fire to a degree.
Well,
she was kind of like skipping around. It wasn't a stage; it was just the front of the room.
Right. It's a bit of a stage.
classroom.
It's a bit of a stage.
Anyway, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I had
It made it all worthwhile.
I watched this. I watched this orientation video on the internet. It's not that interesting. Anyway. All right. Well, let's. Should we?
And I will say there were other presenters that went before and after her, and they were nowhere near as entertaining. Like the first guy that went on, he was like, "I'm with the IHS." He was just like saying letters. He's like, "So what do you do when you need to make a phone call? Who are you going to call?" That's right. You're going to call 1-800-926 whatever the. whatever the company was. And he was like, there's a lot of reasons why you want to join this organization. But you could barely hear the guy, and he was just walking. He was up there for like an hour. So when she came on, she's like, wake up! Anyway, all right, carry on.
All right. Well,
What's
that's cool.
next?
Let's start the show started, I guess. Let's start the show.
Okay.
Welcome to the Chicken Coop. My name is Brent Weinbach.
I'm Laura Weinbach.
This is the weekly show we do every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's a live chat show, kind of live stream podcast, video podcast type thing. And we do it every week. We have a different topic every week that we cover. And I guess we can get into that topic right now.
Yeah, but first we got to talk about...
first, this is our producer, Chicken Jessica. Hi, Chicken Jessica. Hi, Chicken.
Hey. We got to talk about this.
What is that? What are these things?
And this.
Yeah, what is this?
And
what does it mean? But what is
these are super chats.
Oh, what is it?
And they mean that people want to give to the show. They want to give it a tip.
Oh, I see.
And
kind of like a Lance Bang.
Explain, please.
Who?
Huh?
Explain.
I don't know. Doesn't Lance Bang? Doesn't Lance Bang? No, not Lance. Lance Bass. I meant like a Lance Bass. That's what I meant.
Like a frosted tip.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, Lance Bang. I don't mean that. I meant a Lance Bass.
Exactly. These tips are frosty. They're coming in hot. Ironically, they're coming in hot.
Frosted tips. Well, it's kind of so hot. It's cold. It's so hot. It's white hot. Frosted. White hot. Yeah. These are white
so
hot
hot
tips.
You don't know what the temp is. Oh, I think we got yet another one.
There she blows.
Live radio. It's kind of what we're doing.
It's live video. It's almost like live TV, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys all how to do this stuff.
By the way, it works to say Lance Bang too. Actually, if you know I'm referring to Lance Bass, you know what I mean.
I guess it, yeah.
Because he went banging with those. Well, his bang. You know what? It was funny. I was thinking about his bangs actually, and his bangs probably were sticking up and they were frosted. Anyway,
he frosts just his bangs.
Something like that.
Look.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Anyway, here's how you do a super chat. Buy and send.
Well, I think you've done that. You weren't. Yeah, it was just music only. Yeah, but
people could.
I think people kind of got it. It was almost like a silent film. You know what I mean? But
I'm out of practice because
oh yeah, why?
We couldn't do these for a while.
That's right.
True.
I saw your lips moving, and I saw your teeth moving. I was trying to read your teeth, but I tried to unmute your mic, but only you can unmute your mic.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent wildfires, and only you can unmute your mic.
That's true. That's a lesson for mostly me tonight.
But it was. But I think people kind of understood what it was and how it works. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
They do.
So pretty cool stuff. Okay. Hey, well, thank you, Chicken Jessica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So listen, guys. Oh, Laura, by the way, you still weren't able to update your computer or whatever?
I just have not. It takes I have to just basically do it overnight, and it's always such a thing, you know what I mean? I'll do it eventually.
But
why? Do you hear stuff?
Starting to hear some revving of the fan.
Ah, shit.
It's starting to get there, maybe.
I'll do it, I hope, this week.
But listen, this week is also coming up. Well, this Sunday is a day. It's a holiday of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
It's Father's Day. People know it's Father's Day coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And well, why not make the episode about Father's Day or about fathers at least?
Yep.
And so we are calling this. We're titling this topic "Father, Oh Father Jucifer," I think.
Father Juice has a juice bar called Javito's Way. Father Jucifer, you squeeze Javito's Way.
Hold on, I have to look at that again here and hear it too. Actually,
Father Juice has a juice bar called Javito's Way. Father Jucifer, you squeeze Javito's Way.
okay, can we just look at the
So
picture?
far-fetched.
I think people. I know it's pretty. I want people to sort of fully appreciate what's going on here. That is Danny DeVito there, guys,
Yep.
and he's got. I don't know if you guys can sort of see this, but those of you who are at the tier 2 behind the scenes. Oh wait, yeah. I think that came out already. If you're at the tier 2 behind the scenes, you probably saw this in behind the scenes. But we've got basically. He's got 2 horns because he's the king, 2 green horns. But DeVito's got 1 horn because he's kind of the junior, you know? And I don't know. There's a lot of references here. I don't know if everybody gets them, but, there you go.
Well, yeah, actually, I forgot one of them.
Well, there's Junior, the movie Junior.
No, I know that. I know.
There's
I guess.
Father-
what is Way about?
Javito.
Is it because of Carlito's Way?
Yeah.
Carlito's Way.
Yeah, Carlito's Way, yeah.
But we called it Javito's Way because Danny DeVito, but
it was an accident
because of Jamba Juice.
But yeah, Jamba Juice with Juice and Jamba Juice.
Right.
It turns his name into a J sound, so it's Javito. But it sounds like Carlito's
Carlito,
Way.
so therefore Way, right?
Yeah, therefore Way.
Uh-huh.
And then there's.
I should have done whey. There should have been whey protein to go.
That could have. Oh, that could have been.
Could have been.
DeVito's Way.
And then basically Javito's getting squeezed, and he's got 1 horn, and and then it's a juice bar.
No, well, yeah, that's obvious, but no, I mean maybe not to everybody else, but
Father Jalouse, and also there's Father Jalouse had a juice bar.
Oh yeah, Father Jalouse. Wait.
Father Jalouse had a juice bar. Javito's Way.
Wait, what's that from again?
It's like Mama Celeste. It's Mama Celeste has a restaurant, Mama Celeste has a restaurant.
Right. Okay, it all makes sense.
All right. Anyways, Father's Day. Fathers. So what are we doing here? I mean, it's comes every year. Are you doing something for your husband?
Yeah, I mean, I want to.
What are you gonna do?
Well, he's working most of the days, but I think we're gonna go.
I'm like you said this. He's working most of the days, but
no, we're gonna. I think we're gonna try to go fishing.
You're gonna go fishing?
Well, I was talking to our child about it in the car when I picked him up from school today, and I was like, "What should we get Daddy for his birthday and for Father's Day?" And I said, it's Daddy's birthday. It's his birthday tomorrow, by the way. I said, what should we get him for his birthday? And he goes, a chainsaw. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's do that. I said, what should we get for Father's Day? And he goes, a fishing pole. And I want one too. And I thought, hey, that's a good idea. Because that would be a nice thing to do, to go fishing and, something like that. But maybe we'll just, we won't actually catch the fish. Or if we do, maybe we'll throw them back. Or maybe we'll eat them.
Well, where are you going to go inside a boat? Or are you going to just stand over a ledge? Okay.
Definitely go in a boat.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that would be a nice thing to do, don't you think?
Wait, his birthday is on Tuesday. Oh, it is tomorrow. Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, no, he wanted to go to take the ferry to... he likes to take the ferry from...
The Bryan Ferry?
From the East Bay to San Francisco, and then just go do a kind of outing.
Oh,
in
and
San
when you're
Francisco.
on the ferry, you want to just put some poles over the edge. and
Maybe
just
we'll
try
throw
to-
some poles over. Yeah.
Did you? Hey, you know what's his name? This guy. It's his birth. Tolkien study. It's his birthday tomorrow, or on Tuesday, on Wednesday. That is.
Oh, there you go.
I know
Oh
somebody
wow.
else. I know somebody else whose birthday it is that day.
Yeah, a lot of people born in the month of June seems to be.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of June bugs out here, huh?
June bugs up in here.
I mean, what's his name? Yeah, I mean, Tolkien study's a bit of a June bug, aren't you? Yeah,
True.
it's the time of the June bug, you know.
It is the time of the bug.
Do you know the June bug?
What? Yeah.
They're out and about.
Oh yeah, they
Those
are.
big old buzzards. Yeah, they're
They are.
the June bugs, though. I gotta say,
Well, they
you know,
do get them.
what?
Wait, you gotta say what? That you don't mind them?
I
I
don't-
mind them.
I don't know. They're really big, you know, but they're also fairly pretty harmless, and I don't.
That's your logical mind speaking. It's not.
No, they're big, but I don't. They're pretty
Not
harmless.
helpful.
They're actually not very intimidating in a way. I mean, there's a
To
lot
me,
of
they are.
night ones that come and they'll come on the door, and if I come home at night, at the door has these June bugs on the door,
Yeah.
and or they're beetles basically. And
I know. I don't like them.
so I get a little stick, and I just kind of stick them next to them so they cling to the stick. You know, they'll kind of cling to the stick, and then I just carry them over and bring them to an area that's away from the door.
Oh my gosh.
Getting inside. You know, I don't want them getting in. You know, because a couple have gotten in, and one time I thought something was. I thought there was someone had turned on a motor or something like that. I heard this engine revving or something like that. I heard this. I thought someone turned on a motor, and I was thinking, "Where's that coming from? Is that coming from outside?" And I looked in the hallway, and there was one of those. It was a June bug.
No, fuck that.
It was
No,
flying,
thank
and it was
you.
buzzing. You know, it was
That's
really
all.
loud.
I don't like that.
And that
That's
was
too
just
scary.
No, that was a bit disturbing. That was
Oh
a
my
bit.
god! Guess what I heard 2 nights ago in our room
Uh-oh.
for the first time ever.
Uh-oh.
We heard something scratching in the wall.
Oh no.
It was like in the ceiling above our bed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Was it maybe it was a raccoon?
I don't know what it was, but first of all, never in the many years we've lived in this house have I ever heard anything in the walls.
It wasn't Ethan?
No, but it was really loud too. And
Oh,
it's
boy.
like I don't know where it got in from, you know?
You don't know what it is?
It seemed like a rat.
Really?
It sounded rat-like.
Well, I mean, not to be
I
rude.
mean, it could have been anything.
You do have there were some droppings down in the kind of
No,
basement
yeah, but
area.
it's weird. I've never heard anything in the walls in my whole life.
Is
Like
there,
it's never been a bother to us in our main house. You know, yes, in the basement there have been droppings of sorts.
Okay.
Droppings.
Wait, what's that from?
But I don't know. It just sounds funny.
Droppings?
But
Droppings.
I smell dog's droppings.
Wait, what is that? That's
it's
from the witches?
It's from the witches, yeah.
I smell dog's droppings.
Right.
She says that.
No,
right?
she's like, Madam, I smell dog's droppings. And then she's like, she's right. Such out this place immediately.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, no, I don't. But the fact that they've been down there hasn't bothered me because I've never heard them in the main house, you know.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I actually heard something, and it was just very disturbing because, you know, what are you gonna do?
There's certain things that are just disturbing when they intrude. You know, you just
Yes,
feel this
they
sense
are.
of this invasion. Now, some people say this. Well, aren't we the ones intruding on their land? You know?
Well,
No, I don't disagree entirely, and here's why. All the creatures of the animal kingdom create kind of homes for themselves, right? You know, they build them out of twigs or they build them out of dirt, you know, and stuff.
or out of dog's droppings.
And everybody's got their homes, and then people build homes. Animals build homes for themselves, and so, or they find homes and they adopt places as homes, and then when there are other creatures that come into those homes, you know, those are problems. They're intruders into their homes. And I'm just saying, we are, I mean, I kind of
But
think
creatures in the land. When
we are
build our
creatures.
homes.
We are creatures ourselves who have created homes in this world. And, you know, now this is our domain. This is our domicile.
Homes and domes.
And so when something comes in, it's intruding. I don't think we've intruded on their land. It's all, you know, the creature's land.
It's all the creature's land. Indeed it is.
There is no
Indeed
intrusion.
it is.
We are all creatures of the land. And every creature creates their own domicile. And then when we make our homes, the creatures stay out and respect the domicile. I don't know.
It's like, we are all creatures of the land. And when we make our home, we are creatures of land.
We are all creatures. We are all creatures of the land. And when we all make homes, we are all creatures of the land. Or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, but I didn't like that intruder the other night.
No, that's disturbo-tax.
I just don't know how
That's a bit
it all of a
disturbo-tax.
sudden got in. I wonder if this is related to the 5 bees that showed up in my house a few months ago, or about a month ago.
5 bees showed up at my door.
There were 5 bees in
There
my
were
home.
5 bees.
I don't know how they got in there. I asked the creatures of the land. what are
Five.
they doing?
I asked the blessed creatures of the land, send me a sign.
I asked the blessed creatures of the land, why are you in my house? And they said, we are but creatures of the land.
I am a servant of the military. You are creatures of the land.
No, but seriously though, I was just working in the house and all of a sudden a bee showed up. I thought, let me get this bee out of here.
Uh-huh.
So I got it out of the door, and then 10 minutes later, another bee shows up.
There
And I
might
said,
be a
what the fuck?
maybe there's a
I
hole
said,
somewhere.
Out. So that bee got out, and all of a sudden, 5 to 10 minutes later, another bee shows up. And there were 5 in total. And I was then starting to think, do I have a motherfucking hive up in here?
Yeah.
Searched the place out. Scoured the place out. No
hive.
No hive.
No hive.
But yeah, and then it just never happened again.
What if it was the same bee coming back?
It was not the same bee coming back. It was not. But I heard that actually bees in your
Wait,
home
look
is
at
a
this.
sign of wealth. to
Token study says that he talked to Bret Easton Ellis, and he goes by B.
come. Well, maybe he goes by B. Period, not EE.
No, well, his name is Bret Easton Ellis, so you know.
Yeah, B. Right, of course. Yeah, that would make sense.
Laura, I have to understand this too. Maybe there's a hole somewhere in the place.
Well, that's what I was thinking as of 2
You got to
months
find
ago.
that hole and you got to plug it up.
Yes, I do.
Damn, man, there's probably things coming in through the hole.
But I haven't heard any scratching.
Against my thighs.
So, before or after that. So nothing last night.
That's actually really funny that he goes by B, actually. Bret Easton Ellis. Yeah.
Right, B. I'm
mean,
Brett. You can call me B, as in the Bumble.
And yeah, that'd be
As in
funny if Bret
Bumble?
Easton Ellis kind of buzzed around. He goes, I'm Bret Easton Ellis. I buzz around. You may have read some of my books, but in the meantime, I wear yellow and black. You know?
I do
What if
enjoy
he-
wearing the colors yellow and black.
That'd be funny if he just wore yellow and black. I mean, he didn't wear a B outfit, but he wore yellow and black just to do that. And he goes,
Represent.
I'm B. Hi, I'm B. You might have read my works, American Psycho.
Hi, I'm B. Bumble coming.
Less than zero. It's kind of crazy. I've actually,
B. Bumble
I've
Ellis.
I've read more Bret Easton Ellis books than I would ever have thought I would have read. Which is to say, I've read 2 only, but. All right.
Was that a long time ago?
It was a long time ago when I used to
When
read.
you used to read.
When I used to read, I don't read anymore, but I used to read a lot, and now I don't read.
I've been getting into a book on tape here and there.
That don't work. I mean,
It
that
does
don't
work.
that it don't count though, is what I'm saying.
No, it works for these kind of like modern tall tales. I listened to a very just something I would never in my right mind spend time actually reading, but I was fine with it as a book on tape.
Okay. What's that?
It was like this. It was recommended by the New York Times if you enjoyed White Lotus. It was like
Okay.
about rich people on vacation on the East Coast, but there was murder
Alright.
and stuff involved like that.
You don't remember the book?
No, I do. It's called Bad Summer People.
Okay. Well, I could see you reading.
I mean,
I could
you
see
know.
you listening to that, but people should. A lot of people claim to have read books, and they just listen to them on
I'm
audio.
fine with that.
That doesn't count as reading.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Why not?
Because reading is this active thing where you're reading words
With your
and you're
eyes.
creating the scene in your head. And if you listen to a book on tape, you're just listening to someone read you a book. I mean, that's
I
basically,
like that.
okay. I don't count that as reading if someone reads you
No,
the
I
book.
hear that. But you know what's not good about being read a book is like if the person reading it doesn't sound right. Or I feel that they affect the experience. It's true.
They can indeed. Yeah. They
Like
can
the
indeed.
person who read the Bad Summer People, no offense. No, I'm not going to say anything about it, but it was just not right. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of sounded like this, and it had a bit of a 70s edge to it. Not edge, but sort of curve.
70s is good.
No, but like you know how the 70s accent is very kind of curved and nutty.
Who?
There's a certain 70s accent that has a kind of curvaceous nuttiness.
I guess I
It's
know what
like-
you mean, I guess.
It's kind of like, hi. Oh, it's so good to meet you. You know what I mean? They kind of talk like this.
Okay, that's I understand that. The nutty part I'm not quite sure about, but I get
Well,
the curve.
nutty in a sort of, it's just nutty.
Well, I guess
It's
I know.
just, there's a certain, actually, I should say,
I mean, it's grainy.
no, it's not grainy. No. I
Oh.
feel that the way that they talked got a little bit edgier and a little bit cooler in the 80s. Late 80s.
No, I know what you mean. Well,
Like people
look,
were
the
kind
idea.
of just not quite as, like, they didn't have an edge or something.
Well,
back
no,
in the
they did.
70s.
Some people had the edge in the 60s.
Well, no, before yeah, it's weird. When the 70s came around, it became sort of like this. I can't quite do it. It's just,
No, I know, honey.
it's like
we're
a
gonna.
Diane Keaton has it, you know. Hi, honey, are we gonna adopt? That sort of thing.
No, I know that the 70s has that sort of.
It's like I don't know if Karen really understands what it means to love a child.
There's a kind of an adult. There's a maturity to it in a way.
Or
you know?
like,
It's almost like a
oh,
maturity.
that Carrie is such a drip.
A drip?
That's a term from that time, I think.
Really? A drip?
Yeah. Oh, she's such a drip. Yes, you've never heard that?
No, I don't know that one.
It's a thing. I've heard a person from the 70s say it.
Sounds like Lithgow. This one says here.
No, not quite.
Max
It's
says.
it's not a John Lithgow.
I know what it is. It's a woman.
It's a Diane Keaton.
It's a
circa
Keaton,
Annie
it's-
Hall type of thing.
Well, I mean, well, I don't. She was meant to be kind of probably edgy there in Annie Hall, probably.
And
you know?
yet, it's a 70s nut.
I don't know about nut being the word, but
It's like a round sort of
I mean, maybe a butter sound. I mean, maybe it's a nut butter.
a nut butter.
A
Sure.
nut butter, yeah.
We can do that. Not butter, not a pure butter.
No, not a pure butter, but a nut butter. I understand.
nut
that,
butter,
yeah.
yes, indeed.
No, yeah, all right.
It's like just there's a certain every decade has well, not every decade, but I feel that obviously the 1950s had a sound and the 40s.
But no,
had
but
a
the
sound.
80s, Laura. By the way, the 80s, certain people
also
did.
had a sound. No, the
They
80s.
had
The first
that
half
too.
of the 80s had the 70s.
Honey, can you take
nut
out the
butter.
trash?
Yeah,
Honey, I'm going out with some but there is a sound that is similar to
Oh,
what you're saying in the
absolutely.
80s.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, they still had it.
The
it was
90s is
rolling
true.
over.
The 90s is truly when things modernized,
Yeah,
modernized.
modernized.
Things truly modernized when in the 90s.
No, I'm saying like at the end of the 80s. Well, even like punk rock people had it to a degree.
What do you mean?
had the nut butter sound.
Explain that.
Just like,
Who?
oh
Johnny?
yeah, she thinks she's so bad. You know, that kind of sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
like-
right. Actually, you're right.
She's like, we're running with the bad boys. You know, that kind of, it's still not quite edgy. It's just there's a certain curvaceous nut butter sound.
I know. I kind of hear what you're
know
saying.
what I mean?
I hear that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, think of like just any kind of movie that would feature a punk type figure, but there's still that, you know, the afterglow of a 70s nut butter appeal.
Right. I kind of hear that. I definitely hear that.
It's just there. It's ingrained in it's enmeshed in the flesh.
And I love that time.
No, it's cool. It's a great time, but I'm just saying it's sort of a curvaceous.
I like the
appeal.
nut butter.
And the woman
sound.
reading this modern book had that, and I felt it was just not taking me to the place that the book wanted me to go.
You know, honestly,
or maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It was just like, it was just too. It was
So
very. It is adult. It's an adult sound.
What would have it been better to be read by? Some sort of pop punk kind of guy or something like that?
No, not a pop punk. That's not like. That's not the answer.
I mean, who did you want to read it? Sum 41 or something like that?
I just feel like if I were reading it, it would be more. Not so this, you know.
Okay, so who do you want reading it?
Well, you know, there's a various.
Steve
options.
Buscemi.
I like a Buscemi sound. See, now Steve Buscemi does not have that sound. You know, he's very. I feel that there's a kind of hard consonants. To the articulation that he employs. Which works. You know, it's just very kind of. It feels confident.
Laura, can I ask you a question? Buscemi, where does he rank on your list of best actors of all time?
Whoa, holy crap. Sorry, my audio had a weird thing. No, he's up there.
Oh, really? Is he top 10 material for you?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it's hard to say 10, top whatever. You know,
top 20. Would he rank top 20? You think?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Sure, why not?
Steve Buscemi is in your top 20 favorite actors of all time.
Oh, favorite actors? Or do you mean, I think he's one of the greater actors of all time.
You mean, you think he's the top 10 best actors, not favorite?
No, I mean, it's just, when we talk about favorites, I just don't actually want to go there anymore because I feel that that's not accurate. You know why? Because my favorite thing is changing all the time nowadays.
Okay.
You know,
so
my
you think,
favorites
so
change.
So not your personally favorite.
But objectively speaking, I think he's one of the best actors, sure, that I've seen.
Top 20 actors of all time.
Well, yeah.
Great.
But I mean, at the same time, you know, I don't know. There's so many good actors that I've seen too. You know.
Sure. I mean, what about Diane Keaton? Where's she rank?
Well, she's just, you know, she ranks in the sort of curvaceous nut butter appeal rank.
She's top 70.
No, she's good. I like her, but it's just she actually does kind of. When you think of Diane Keaton, you think of a character that's very much the same in all the kind of things that she's in. You know, she has a certain persona that is ever present. You know what I mean? It's like I don't feel like she's showing me a huge range per se. But then again, I don't know. Not that I need that.
Jay Cole, I will respond to that in the after show debrief. Just as a side note, I'm not. I can respond to her now. I think it's cool overall. I mean, it's cool. I'll get into more detail about it later when we go after show.
But by the way, it's funny that you had mentioned Steve Buscemi. Have you seen that show?
Boardwalk Empire?
No, The Studio.
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay, never mind. I've been watching it lately, just as a curiosity.
Let's watch a commercial real quick before we wrap up this episode.
But they talk about Steve Buscemi in it, and the main character refers to Steve Buscemi as one of the greatest living actors of our time.
Is that right? Well, he is in my top 5 favorite actors. Yeah. Oh, Neil McLean, the way you do the after show. Well, we'll explain it. We'll explain it later. Okay, we'll explain it, Neil. Okay. There's a join button on the bottom of the screen. We'll explain it later. Okay. Well, let's watch this commercial here.
Nathan, I told you to go to bed already. Would you please? I told you 5 times.
I think we.
Wait, have we seen this?
We have seen this. Yeah, we have seen this.
Yeah, but
we can watch it again though.
Really?
We can watch it again for fun though.
It's all good.
Hey, come on.
Is this what you had in mind when you asked me to marry you?
No. Remember when you first fell in love? That's something more. Keep it that way. From the Mormons, the Church of Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, he's like, I had something more like, let's fuck every night type of thing. That's why we have so many kids.
Right.
And then tomorrow I'll sleep with my other wife.
Wait.
I mean, never mind.
Wait a second. Can you? This is not a real commercial though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Seemed real to me.
This isn't a parody.
No.
It's not from that. You sure about that?
What are you talking about?
All right, whatever. I think it
Pretty
could be fake. It could be a joke, maybe.
No way.
Yeah, inappropriate TV or something like that, or whatever. But play it again one more time.
Nathan, I told you to go to bed already. Would you please? I told you 5 times to go
Well,
to
it says Channel 6 cares, so that.
Hey, come on, come on.
Wait,
You had in
quick
mind when you
question.
asked me to marry you.
Were they in 2 separate rooms, or are those 2 doors of the same room?
Right.
Because it seems like there's a lot of kids per room, right? If
Right.
that's 2
I think it's
separate
2
rooms.
separate rooms.
Damn, they'd be fucking. If that's the case. Or is one of those rooms to a different wife's children?
All right. Carry on. Real quick.
Wait.
Is this what you had in mind when you asked me to marry you?
No. Remember when you first fell in love?
He's like, can
Wait.
we give some of these kids
Hold on.
up for
I just want to
adoption?
hear what he says here because this is
Oh,
where
sorry.
the crux of it is.
Oh, okay.
Keep love. No. Remember when you first fell in love?
That's something more like this in life.
Keep it that way. From the Mormons, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
It almost
Saints.
looks like he's gonna go.
Wait, I don't.
He's almost gonna be like, can I get a close up? She's like, the wife goes, is this what you had in mind when you asked me to marry you? And he goes, no, I had something more like this in mind. It looks like he's about to do that. Like, look at like he's gonna go, no.
Yeah.
Let's see how he's doing that. He does it a little tiny. He's like answering the serious question.
All right. I don't understand what the message is.
She
of this
goes,
commercial.
"Oh, honey, that's what I had in mind too."
What are they trying to say to do on this commercial? What's
I
the?
don't know.
What's
Just
the?
dance your troubles away. Dance
is-
your children
It
away.
does kind of look like this. No, I had something more like this in mind. I want a hot cha-cha. I want a hot cha-cha. 1, 2, 3. I want a hot cha-cha. I want a hot cha-cha. Hey, honey, come on. Let's do the samba. Hoo-ha, hoo-hoo-ha, hoo-hoo-ha, hoo-ha, hoo-hoo. Honey, is this what you had in mind when you married me? Not really. I had a little more of this in mind. Hoo-ha, hoo-hoo-ha, hoo-ha, hoo-ha. Come on, let's do the mambo. Come on, honey, did you know that in another life I was a mambo king? Honey, did you know that I used to be in a group called the Mambo Kings?
What if he was like, she's like, honey, is this what you had in mind? He's like, no, I actually had the lambada in mind. Come on, let's shake it. Speaking of which, have you seen the movie? It's great. Maybe we could watch it tonight and then do our own lambada.
Honey, is this what you had in mind? Well, not really. What I had in mind was, do you know about the forbidden dance? She goes, no. He's like, well, let me show you. You want to go ha-cha-cha. You got to want to go ha-cha-cha, ha-cha-cha, ha-cha-cha.
He's doing this. He's like,
It's almost like he's going to snap his fingers or something, you know?
He's doing this. Wait,
He's like snapping his fingers, it looks like, you know?
Look at how he does that. Watch his face.
I know, it is funny how he...
Look at see.
From the Mormons, the Church.
Time when you asked me to marry you?
No. Remember when you first fell in love?
That's something more like this in life.
Keep it that way.
I know, he kind of goes like this. He goes, no, I had something more like this in mind. He kind of it's like bobblehead or something. Like he kind of bobbleheads his way into the dance move, man.
That's true.
It would have been funny if he just did a really crazy dance, you know? Yeah. And she's just standing there watching him do this crazy dance, you know?
And looking at him going, honey, you are so hot.
I don't know the message of this commercial. What are they trying to say exactly?
Take it back to the first dance, baby.
I don't understand. What is it? What is this about, Chicken Jessica?
I
Explain
think
it.
it's saying, you might think you have too many kids, but you better keep making more.
That's what it seems to be saying.
I don't get it. They seem exhausted from this.
Well, the idea is have a lot of kids. That is an idea behind that whole thing.
I don't get it.
No, I mean, like the Church of Jesus Christ really, as far as what I understand of it, is that having as many kids as possible is the thing to do. Am I wrong?
Okay, I just don't understand.
That's a value that is like very much preached and practiced.
I don't quite get. They seem exhausted from all the kids, and then they go, "Is this what you had in mind?" He goes, "Not really." He says, "I didn't really have this in mind, but I have this in mind. Just you and me dancing. So I don't understand what the message is here."
It's sort of like saying, remember the fun part? Do that again, and forget about having that you're going to have all these kids.
Oh, that's a weird mixed message. I feel I don't get. I still don't really. I get what you're saying, and I hear that, and I respect it, but I just don't get it.
It is weird that they're like, these kids are ruining our lives. Is kind of what they're saying in the first half of this whole thing.
They're kind of just saying, look, don't think about the hard part. Just think about the fun part when it was just the two of you. That doesn't make sense. Okay, what do you want me to do? Ignore the kids? We've got kids. Oh, maybe that's what they're saying. They're saying, don't worry about the kids. They'll take care of themselves. You guys just keep. Hey, look, here's a message from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Guys, forget about the kids. They can raise themselves. You guys just keep.
Something like that.
It's like a cuica.
Yeah.
You basically rub the cuica, the cuica
Well,
stick.
cuica's another word for sex.
Is it?
Honey, are we going to make cuica tonight?
Honey, are we going to rub the cuica?
Honey, are we going to make cuica tonight?
Honey, get the cuica out. I'm feeling frisky. Actually, with a 70s nut butter voice. Honey, get the cuica out. I'm feeling rusty. I mean, in a good way, rusty in a good way. Honey, I need to get oiled.
Honey, could you grab the cuica? I'm feeling a little horny.
Honey, I feel like making love tonight. Grab the cuica and the cum rag or whatever it is. That rag that goes on the...
They would not say cum rag.
Well, whatever it is, but that little rag that goes on the cuica.
I know.
You kind of have to jack the cuica off to...
It's like this. Honey, I don't call me crazy, but every time you rub the cuica, I get really horny.
Honey, Look, honey, I really I enjoyed this family with you. I love you, but I got to be honest, honey. Every time you rub the cuica, I get really horny. I was wondering if we could wear our Mardi Gras outfits and get some maracas out and maybe go to have ourselves a bit of a samba parade.
Honey, I was thinking tonight when the kids are asleep, could you rub the cuica, so to speak?
Honey, once the kids are asleep, you wouldn't mind just sort of rubbing the cuica, so to speak. I'll put my Mardi Gras outfit on and everything.
Cuica does sound like a euphemism for like pussy, though, in a way. It's like, it could be. It's like, honey, would you please rub my cuica? Oh, that is so vulgar.
Cuica, you know what's funny about the cuica is that the name cuica sounds like the sound almost that it makes. Cuica, 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 cuica. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cuica, 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 cuica. It's also kind of funny that you rub the cuica.
It's just so dirty.
You know, it's kind of funny. Laura and I grew up with a cuica, our dad had a cuica.
And he's kind of, he survived the 70s.
Survived it. What do you mean?
I mean,
he didn't just survive it. He started the 70s. You know what I mean? I feel like he kind of made the 70s.
Well, he kind of did, but he's really of the 50s, though.
Well, no, but what I mean by that is I think our dad sort of thrived in the 70s.
He thrived in the 70s.
I mean, he's, you know what I mean? He's a very sort of...
He was part of a Cuica empire.
He was sort of, I think he was sort of part of a Afro-Cuban, sort of Cuica style kind of kind of
Sort
10-year
of-
long festival, basically.
Imagine.
He's a
If-
carnival. He's a bit of a
you know how
carnival.
there's like that show Boardwalk Empire, and then there's Carnival. But what if they had one called Cuica Empire, and it was about 70s people making love?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But no, the cuica is kind of a cool instrument, but it is kind of funny that it makes it ooh, 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 ooh,
It's just
sound.
so right. That's cool though.
Anyways, all right. Look, I guess we should wrap up this main episode. And look, we have a lot of Father's Day commercials we're going to look at. We didn't even get to any. I mean, can we just get a taste of one other one? We won't even break it down. We'll wait till.
Oh yeah, let me.
Or whatever. While you look for it, I'll explain how to become a member. Okay? So we're going to continue on for at least another half hour, probably more. Probably be another 45 minutes to an hour. And if you want to continue on with us, you can become a member and join the after show debrief. The way to do that is there's a join button on the bottom of the screen. You see it? It's under the screen. Under the screen. And, you click join, and then there's a couple different tiers you can join at, whatever. And, you get these icons that you can do. You can press these, you can show these icons. There it is. See, that's a join button there. And then there's you get those little icons that you can put in your chat room comments. You can add these, and Laura and I drew those ourselves. And then also you get these membership badges like these, and these are kind of neat. We drew these too, and there's a sort of different. You can make it to becoming a full-blown Goonia. There's a lot of people here who are full-blown Goonias at this point. Those are neat little badges. And anyway, if you want to look, so once you join and become a member, the way to get to it is there's a link in the description of this video. That's how you get to the after show debrief for this episode. There's a link in the description, and if you go to the playlist that's on this channel that says the Chicken Coop, or you go to the live tab, there's all the previous after show debriefs are all there, and you can just boom. There's a lot, and there's a lot of funny, good episodes in the after show debrief. So there's a lot to dig through there. And then if you're on the tier 2, the ringtones are in the community section of the channel. Okay, yeah. Let's see what you got here as a little taste. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I love it already. Pause it. Okay. That is definitely enough taste. My appetite is wet already for this one, Or, I mean, this whet my appetite, Anyway, that looks good. I mean, that looks really good. This girl is just, rocking out to whatever, she's probably rocking out to Rollins Band or something like that. And then in pops the dad looking over, and he's thinking, oh, what's this? That looks good. I can't wait for
I
that.
thought that was some sort of like offstage magician. Not her dad.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's an offstage magician.
Like some kind of narrator type figure.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's not really like in the scene.
He's kind of like a Rod Serling of sorts.
He's a Rod Serling of sorts.
He's sort of he's Eggo's Rod Serling.
He's like,
hi, I'm Eggo's Rod Serling.
He's
Ron
like, tonight's story is about a child who likes Eggos.
Tonight's story is about a girl named Jeremy.
Cuica.
Her name is Jeremy Cuica.
Now, she might have seemed like just an ordinary girl.
She seemed like an ordinary girl listening to Rollins Band and the Sword. But little did she know, she was about to bite into an Eggo waffle that would send her taste buds into another dimension. Another world.
Another dimension known as
the Eggo Zone.
The Eggo Zone. I was going to say that.
Or the Eggo.
Or the Cuica Zone.
The Cuica. I don't know. Anyway, listen, I want to say thank you to Chicken Jessica for his help behind the scenes and in front of the scenes here. Chicken Jessica will be hanging out more in the episode debrief. And I want to thank Weird Artifacts / Jason Odd, who does the highlight clips for us. And you can watch all the highlight clips on the Instagram account for Chicken Coop, which is called Chicken Coop Show. Go to Instagram, check that out. There's also a separate YouTube channel called Chicken Coop Show, and the clips are on there too. But And then also want to thank Gemma and Cammy for their help with maintaining those accounts. Okay, and you see Gemma there and stuff, and all the thank yous are all there, and yeah, Weird Artifacts is by the way Jason Odd's band. If you want to check out his music, okay, Weird Artifacts band. You can check out his music out on YouTube and Bandcamp. And I think that's about it. I want to make sure people figured out how to join and stuff. Did Neil figure it out and stuff? Oh, he's still looking for the button. You know, let's get him on there. You know, yeah. That what he said. Well, I hope that you can figure it out, Neil, and we hope to see you over there. And I kind of, you know. Yeah, Mulazzo says, Neil, please. It's not the subscribe button. It's the subscribe button is just that's not the subscribe button. It's the join button. Hey, but you should also subscribe also. Why not? Now, Mark Gill.
My words. Never mind.
What?
Just kidding. Nothing.
Now, mark my words. If you don't make it in there, Neil, well, you're gonna miss out. Oh, okay. Neil McLean's hopping to a laptop. I just want to make sure he gets in there if he's trying to do it. I don't want to leave him hanging here. You know what I mean? I don't know. Or does he have enough to go off of and he can meet us there or what? Yeah. What do you think, Chicken J?
I have faith in
Neil
McLean.
You know what? They don't call him McLean for nothing, you know? Let's it's a Neil M. Yeah. Let's do it then. He'll be able to sort through all the mess and clean it up. All right. That's it. Hey, if we don't see you in the after show debrief, we'll see you next week, Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. My name is Brent Weinbach.
Laura Weinbach.
I'm CJ.
Chicken Jessica. And there's also, by the way, there's a Discord link in the description of the video as well. And also, you know, check out Laura's album, the Red album, Foxholes Brigade, Red album. And also, you know, if you haven't seen Popular Culture yet, my new comedy special, go check it out. Why don't you? Huh? It's on YouTube. All right. All right. That's it, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.